Hare Krishna. Let us begin. Let us offer the respectful obeisances to the Lord of the universe, the deities of ISKCON Sheshadripuram, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadramai ki Jai, Nitai Chaitanya ki Jai, Giri Govardhan ki Jai, Parshuram Bhagwan ki Jai, Vaman Dev ki Jai, Panchatattva ki Jai. Prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are currently in chapter number 2, contents of the Gita summarized. And we are in the verse number 2.20. Najayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyah ajo nityah shashvatoyam purano nahanyate hanyamane sharire. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever-existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. Very interesting and informative verse. Lord Krishna is instructing Sri Arjuna. What is he saying? He's talking about the difference between the soul and the body. So what's that difference? So the soul, it doesn't take any birth. The opposite is that our body has a birth. It takes birth. And the soul does not die. But on the other hand, our body dies. And it is not that he was not there before and now he has come into being, or he will come into being in the future, or it is that he will be born one day. So there is no birthday for the soul. So just like how we celebrate our birthdays, we don't have a birthday for the soul. We cannot say today is my soul's birthday. My soul was born today. No, it's our body's birthday. Right? Soul doesn't have a birth. It doesn't have a death also. It is eternal, ever existing. It's always there. And even when the body is gone, right, we become very morose. We feel very sad when somebody dies. But Krishna is saying there is no reason to lament at all. Because when the body is gone, nothing happens to the soul. It is simply intact. So this is wonderful information that we are getting from Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? So here we understood that soul is eternal. Now let us say, that I have a bridge in a city. And that bridge, the engineer says that this bridge will stay for next 100 years. That is built in such a way. Then the town planner, the mayor, will take it into consideration. Oh, this is going to be for the next 100 years. Okay, let me design the town in such a way. So this is going to be for the next 100 years. That means this is a permanent structure for at least for the next 100 years. So whatever I'm building, I'll build in such a way. I'll design, whatever malls have to come, whatever things have to come, whatever will stay for a longer time, let me put nearby. Like that. Or let us say in our garden, we are planting one tree. We get one tree from the nursery. And that person says, this tree, so-and-so tree, it will take 5 years to grow to its full size. And then it will stay for another 10 years. And then you will get fruits out of it. But you have to maintain it. there is something, you have to keep watering it, or there is some special care that you have to take care of, right? Or else it will dry up. So then I will plan. Oh, this is okay. This who is going to take care of this? Okay, what if I am moving from this residence to the another residence? Somebody has to water this tree. Who will take that responsibility? Or else this tree will die. Or let us say we buy a pet dog. I go to one pet store and ask, okay, this is the dog that I want to buy. And then the person says this breed will live for next 20 years. So let's say I'm not in this country, I'm in another country. And I will think, now who is going to take care of this dog if I leave this country? Can I take this dog to the other country? What happens if it may even die if I take it there? So, or there may be some other kind of problems to take it to other country. So can I leave it here? Shall I leave it to die? Shall I abandon it? So like that. So we are planning, right? We are planning for trees. We are planning for bridges. We are planning for dogs, right? We should plan for our own self also, isn't it? Krishna is saying the soul is eternal. So if soul is eternal and our planning is limited only for our body, then how is it possible? That means our planning is not correct, right? So, but somebody can ask, how do I predict what is going to happen in the next life? Agreed, soul is eternal. So what should I do with this information? Yes, that information is also there in the Bhagavad Gita. It can be predicted. What body we will get in the next lifetime, that also we can predict. Urdhvam gachanti satvastha, madhye tishtati rajasa, jaganya gunavrittistha, adho gachanti tamasa. Those who are in the mode of goodness go upwards to the higher planetary systems. Those who are in the mode of passion live on the earthly planets. And those who are in the mode of ignorance, they go down to the hellish worlds. So it all depends upon what mode of material nature I am associating with. So if I am associating with the mode of passion and mode of ignorance, I'm waking up every day late in the morning. On Saturdays, Sundays, waking up very late, staying up late till the night, always, involved in office work, not interested in Krishna consciousness completely, right? Or associating with some drunkards, like what will happen, right? If we associate with drunkards, we will become a drunkard. If we associate with the thieves, we will become a thief, isn't it? If we associate with the devotees, the chance is that we may become a devotee. That is the process, right? So this is a very wonderful message, right? That the soul is unborn, right? And it is Purana. So our body, you may say, I am a young person, I'm an old person. But as far as the soul is concerned, Krishna is telling Purana. It's very eternally old. And it will be always there. It will be eternally young also. It is eternally old and eternally young also. Right? So like that, you have to see that. Right? So, yeah, one very wonderful thing about this is, not many people know this information. How many people actually know the information of the soul, that the soul is eternal and we are the soul and not the body? If we take the statistic, how many people do you think out of, let's say, if on 100% of human beings, of course, animals, there is no possibility at all. I cannot expect that a dog will know that it is not the body. But as far as human beings are concerned, how many people do you think may be knowing that they are not the body, but they are the soul? I think it will be less than 1%, or even much less than that also, right? That means most of the people have absolutely no information. Then I might think, how is it possible? How is it possible that people have no information? And how can that be true? If everybody doesn't know it, then it must be false. I can think like that. But that's not the case. The thing is, the engineer of this universe is Lord Brahma. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we get the information about how the universe was created. Okay? The universe was created by Lord Brahma. Right? Lord Brahma is born from the navel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? From Garbhodakashaya Vishnu. Right? And when he was born and he created the Brahmanda was there. And out of this Brahmanda, the first thing that he created, right? The first thing that he created is ignorance. He created 5 types of ignorance, not one, but 5 types of ignorance, right? And what are that 5 types of ignorance? The 5 types of ignorance are given as Tamishra, Andhatamishra, Moha, Mahamoha, and Tamas, right? So what is this? Let us try to understand very quickly. So Tamishra means anger. So just like all the living entities become very angry. If their sense gratification is obstructed, they become very angry. Andhatamishra means human beings think that death is the ultimate end, right? Just like Arjuna. Arjuna is getting angry, right? Arjuna is getting angry because his sense gratification is getting obstructed. He wants to enjoy with his relatives. But the situation is such that either he has to live or his relatives have to live. So he wants to come up with a solution where both can live. That is what he wants to do, right? So he's getting angry. That why is the situation like this? That is Tamishra. And the Tamishra means thinking that death is the ultimate end. So he's saying, why don't I die? I will just stand here without any weapons. Let them kill me, right? And the death is over. Death is finished. Everything is finished. So if I die, everything is clear. So that is the mentality of the suicide mentality. Just like how people think, right? Let me finish this for everything, for all. I will end this death. I will die, and there's nothing. I will be free. So I will be free from the debt. They will think. But the debt will come to the next lifetime. How will you escape that? The miseries, whatever is there, the situation, we have to face it now. If you don't face it now, it will come again in the next lifetime. It will be more worse also. A stitch in time saves 9. Right? This is Andhatams. Right? Moha means attachment to my home, motherland, children, wealth, opulence, sectarian societies. I am this, I am a North Indian, I am a South Indian, I am this city, I am that city, I am a Hindu, I am a Muslim. This is called moha. Mahamoha means material enjoyment, means I want to enjoy, right? I want to enjoy. And thinking that, I will become the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I want to enjoy like Krishna, or I will become Krishna. Thinking like that is Mahamoha, right? So these are the 5 kinds of ignorances that the Creator, that is Lord Brahma, has done in the beginning itself. He has created. So we are all in this, a jail kind of a thing. We have to get this information that we are in a jail. Just like how prisoners are there in a jail, we are in this jail, right? And being in this jail, first of all, we should know that we are in this jail. Second of all, we should know that there is life beyond the jail. And it's not that, jail is everything or the material world is all in all. We should not think like that. This material world is like a jail. And in a jail, you cannot expect entertainment. Obviously, in a jail, there will be punishments, there will be miseries. Similarly, in this material world, there will be miseries. So a gentleman cannot stay here, right? We should not aim to stay here for life after life. We are planning this life, next life, everything to stay here in the same place, same apartment. How is it possible? And okay, if we stay also, how can we be happy here? It's not possible to be happy here. So here Krishna is saying that the body is impermanent. Soul is permanent. And it is said that there are 6 kinds of transformations that the body undergoes. Right? It's very easy to understand. 6 kinds of transformations. When you put a flowering tree, right? Or if you have a tree, which gives a lot of flowers or fruits, first it is born. Then it will grow. It will remain for some time. It will produce some effects, like some kind of fruits will come. Gradually it will dwindle and it will die. Similarly, a human body takes birth from the mother's womb, remains for some time, grows. The body is growing, right? Day by day, the body grows. And then it will start producing some effects. Effects means, like, for example, some people may have children, right? So, and then gradually the body will dwindle, and then it will vanish into the oblivion. The body goes inside the material nature, it mixes inside the material nature. It came from the material nature, it went inside the material nature, but I am the permanent soul, indweller of this body. Correct? So this we have to understand, right? So the body has all these 6 transformations, right? But the soul doesn't have these transformations. Soul is not born from any mother's body. Soul does not grow or shrink or dwindle, right? Or it does not vanish into oblivion. It is always there. And our real identity is the soul. So understanding this, our real identity, we have to question immediately, what is my duty? My constitutional position. My constitutional position as a soul is to serve the whole. I am spiritual and Krishna is spiritual. I am infinite as small, Krishna is infinite. So the part has to serve the whole. So I have to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is my duty, life after life, not only for this life. That is my original duty. I cannot say I don't have time for my duty. If I say that I don't have time for my own duty, it is almost like polishing the cage. If you polish the cage and don't feed the parrot inside, the parrot will die. If we don't take care of our soul, if we don't do those activities which feed our soul, then how can we be happy? That's why we are not getting peace of mind or happiness, no matter how much material progress that we are doing. So we will stop here. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Dandavad.
Hare Krishna, Shri Prabhu.
Prabhuji, what do we need to do to feed the
one-
soul?
Yes, Srihari Mataji, 1 minute. Just we'll ask Anukul Prabhu is saying something. We'll take one by one. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. That your statement of there is no birthday is a heavy statement for material world. But personally, I am thankful. From 47 years, I have no reply for this one. My wife has a complaint. I never give a gift to her on her birthday. So today I got answer from you. There is no birthday, so I can tell her. So another point I want to tell devotees who are attending class, Srihari Prabhu is not only
Giving a class.
He is practicing. He leading with example. He left his job and he is maintaining as a satisfied. He is doing a freelancing job. Whatever job he gets, when he need, he takes job. Otherwise, he is pursuing his Krishna consciousness. So that is a great satisfaction and preaching Srihari Prabhu. So I'm very really impressed, Kenan, that you are doing and you are preaching that way. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Srihari Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Srihari Mataji. Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, please ask your question.
Prabhuji, what do we need to do to feed our soul?
Yeah. So to feed our soul, the only food for our soul is the listening the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When we listen to the message of Krishna and the story of Krishna, that is when we feel satisfied from within. Nothing else can give satisfaction to the soul.
And chanting, Prabhu.
Yes.
And chanting and spreading message of Krishna.
Yes, thank you.
So,
The Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and of course, spreading about this, all these principles of devotional service, Krishna consciousness, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, hearing, chanting, spreading about Krishna consciousness. This what we know will actually, give us inner happiness. There's nothing actually can give us happiness for the soul. Hare Krishna.